Come on in. The weather's frightful. It's the right thimble winter, and it's not even autumn yet. Please, hang your cloak by the fireside. Do you need help? The wound to your arm and shoulder looks bad. Painful. Please, sit down. I didn't expect you so soon. Was the fight more than you bargained for? Don't worry. I don't judge a warrior by the depth of the wounds. And I never confuse bravery with stupidity. I'm just glad you came and that you're alive. Come a little closer. Let me take a look at you. Well, you look a mess. But you actually did an adequate job dressing your wounds. It will do for tonight. Tomorrow, if you want me to, I will check on them. But right now, you don't need more pain. You need comfort and rest. The soup is warm. Here, let me help you. Don't be a fool. Please let me help you. I know you hurt. You don't need to prove anything to me. Here. It's good, right? It's cooked on goat bone. It's strong, and it will do you good. And now, you really need to sleep. I know you worry about tomorrow, for good reason. But right now, you need to relax. You know I've been against this campaign all along. I don't fight anymore. I will help you to heal. But I will not help you in this fight, or any other fight for that matter. I will fight to protect my family against assault and injustice. But I will no longer fight for kings, mine and soil. You're right, I have changed. And I'm not necessarily proud of what I did in a previous life. But we're all allowed to change and get wiser. And that's why I don't judge you either. That's why I offer you rest and comfort. Now have some more soup, and then you need to sleep. to me. You can lean your good shoulder against mine and your head against the wall. I think that might be the most comfortable position for you to sleep. I will do some needle binding. That will help you relax and eventually fall asleep.
Needle binding is a very old technique for creating items of clothing and other textiles using a single needle and thread, for instance mittens and socks. It has amazing qualities when it comes to warmth and durability. I use yarn made of grey wool, which I have dyed with leaves of willow. This gives the yarn this nice greenish colour with a hint of yellow. Green and yellow are by far the easiest colour to dye. A wide range of plants will dye the wool grey or yellow when cooked, only for a few hours. The most difficult colours will be blue or red, not fit for a simple piece of clothing as this. To begin, I have taken a length of thread, measuring the length from my right shoulder to my left fingertip. First, I'll tie a knot, a loop, around my little finger on my left hand, like this. Then I pull the yarn over the palm of my hand, and then I'll thread the needle. As you can see, the needle is quite large. It's made of bone and it's rather smooth. That will allow it to glide through the rather tight loops I will be making. When I have threaded the needle, I'll be ready to start. I'll twist the needle around the yarn like this, pull through and create a loop around my thumb. As you see, I'll adjust the loop almost to the tip of my thumb, and I'll be creating another loop by pulling the needle through the first loop around my thumb, and then tighten the thread like this. As you will see, that will create another loop, and I will pull the first loop over my thumb. This is called the working loop. I'll twist the needle around the working loop and pull it through both the working loop and the thumb loop, and I'll create yet another loop. The first one I will pull over, twist the needle around it through the thumb loop, and then tight the yarn in another loop. Every time I will be adjusting the loops to make sure the new loop is below the first loop. Twisting the needle through both loops, creating a second loop. This way I will be creating a long line of loops. In the beginning it would look like a mess, to be honest. But when I've made 10 or 15 loops, I'll be able to pull the yarn and straighten the row of loops and the pattern of the needle binding will emerge. Here you see, I just continue the stitches in the very same way, making loops like this. Here you see, it does look quite messy, but when I pull the line of loops, we can see the pattern that will be creating the item. This item is a blouse, and what I'm making right now would form the sleeve of the blouse. So this line of loop has to fit around my wrist. I think I need just a couple of loops more. Here you see, I think it might be long enough to go around my wrist. Almost there. I think you're dozing off. Oh, there you are again. As you can see, I have now interlocked the ends of the cord together so that they now form a circle, a ring. Now I'll be making new stitches, interlocking them with the first row. The way I do that is that instead of just working with the working loop and the thumb loop, I'll be taking two of the old loops from the first row, like this, then the working loop, and then the thumb loop. And then I just perform the stitch as normal, creating a new loop underneath the first loop. I'll pull the first loop over and adjust the second loop. I'll take two of the old loops, twisting around the working loop and through the thumb loop. In this way I'll be going round and round, creating one row on top of the other, creating a tube-like item that will become my sleeve to the blouse. It actually doesn't take very long to create a sleeve using this technique. Here you see the pattern that it creates when the rows of loops are interlocked. Two of the old loops, the working loop, and through the thumb loop, like this. Oh, you have been falling asleep. As you can see, I'm still working. The sleeve is actually quite long now. And it's very easy to see the pattern of the needle binding. The beautiful loops like this. You can see how warm it is just by looking at it. It will be very comfortable for the cold winter. And I'll just continue with the same stitches. If I continue all through night, a sleeve like this will be finished by morning. But by then, you will be fast asleep.